Hey mama, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking all about rest. Why? Because I don't think we talk enough about it. The importance of rest, but also how it can fuel us forward, right? How it can be the thing that we need to propel forward in our business. So let's talk about rest. Let's talk about how I rest, and maybe it'll encourage you and inspire you to start incorporating more rest into your day. Anyways, let's jump in, get cozy, get comfy, and let's chat. This is a really, I don't know, it feels like a really special video for me to be filming right now. And I think it's because primarily, and even my videos, right? Videos that we are really like looking for are all about how to grow our business, how to improve our homeschooling experiences, how to do this, how to do that. And it's all about like the action that we're gonna take. And I think that we're not talking enough about rest and how rest can give us that fuel that we need to then take the actions that we want to take. I actually just came back from a 3-week trip. So me and my family we traveled around the South Pacific. We took a 2-week Disney cruise. We went to American Samoa, Fiji, New Caledonia, and then we ended in Sydney, Australia, where we stayed for a week. And I ended up having if you take like the 30-day span from like when I left and when I came back, it was like the highest 30-day span of my year, right? And I was away for 3 weeks. I signed 8 people into my new program. I signed 2 people into my mastermind without publicly releasing details. I signed 2 one-on-one clients. I signed a client who didn't want to wait for the mastermind to start working with me. Like just massive growth. And it all happened in the span of my 3-week vacation and then like a week and a half after that, right? So like it was like kind of like the week before and the week after I returned, and then like while I was gone, right? I was building. Anyways, I have a video. I will link that in the description for you to check out. But I just think it's really incredible to see how rest was able to propel me forward. And so I kind of want to just talk about like, yes, the importance of rest, right? Which we've kind of just covered, but what do I do to rest, right? What do I consider rest? How am I experiencing rest on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, so that I can grow a business that can sustain me and my family? So let's talk about it. Okay, the first thing that I love to do to just like unwind, recharge, and take my mind off of business is reading a book. A really good book. And what I found, like I still enjoy reading like professional development and business books, and I try to read them in between my nonfiction books and my fiction books. Like I love reading fiction, but I also slip in some like nonfiction books. I'm reading a book right now about the history of the last queen of Hawaii, and I'm really enjoying that. And I don't read it on a daily basis, and it's been like a couple of weeks since I picked it up last, but that's a non-fiction book that I enjoy reading. But I love reading fiction books, and they are able to just like take my mind away from what's going on in reality. And funnily enough, there are times where I read something from the book and I'm like, ooh, that was an amazing business lesson. And it's not even a business book, right? But we can find lessons in our everyday life. So I would encourage you to pick up a fiction book, right? And just escape from the day-to-day, escape from the reality. And here's a tip. I like to use the app Libby, and it's basically linked to your library. And so you're able to borrow books digitally. And while I love a physical book, I really do love a physical book, I actually enjoy and almost prefer the digital books, because when I pick up my phone and I feel like I'm just like in that endless scroll, I get out of the app and I open the Libby app and I'm like, no, I'm gonna read. Here we go, right? And I don't have to I don't have to get up, I don't have to go find my book. If I'm putting my children to sleep and I'm like stuck in that bed with them and it's dark and I can't read a physical book, I just open my app. So download the Libby app. That's a great app to have. You do need your library card to do it, but again, it links to it. And there are so many options, like endless options. You also like they wait list you if the book isn't available, so you can put a book on hold and then all of a sudden it comes available and you're like, oh, I have something to read now. So reading books is a great way that I just escape and unwind at the end of a long day. Another thing I love to do is watch a show. We being me and my husband, we love watching shows. The latest one that we just finished watching was Only Murders in the Building. We watched all 3 seasons. It was so good. Like I had been meaning to watch it for a long time and just, I don't know, we didn't have Hulu and then we ended up getting the package of like Hulu and Disney during a promotion for our Verizon phone, and I'm talking about this why. But we have Hulu, and so we watched Only Murders in the Building. Such a great show. And again, just a way to escape. I don't want to think about business 24/7. I don't want to be like, just like on, right? I need to like unwind. I need to watch like senseless shows sometimes. Right now it's the holiday season, so you know we're gonna be watching Christmas movies, Hallmark movies included. Although my 2 favorite Christmas movies that we have to watch every year no matter what, and we typically watch it when we're wrapping gifts, are 4 Christmases and The Holiday. All-time favorite holiday movies. Like I love other ones, but those 2 I have to watch them every year. So having time to unwind at the end of the day and just disconnect, put the phone down and watch. Although like ads, like let's talk about ads, right? Hulu has ads, our Netflix doesn't, our Disney Plus doesn't, but our Hulu does, and that was a little bit annoying. And it's ridiculous, right? Because like that was my whole childhood growing up. We had commercials, right? So what's the difference? I don't know. But watching shows and just like, it's a way that me and my husband connect, right? We connect because we're watching something together and we talk about it, and especially Only Murders in the Building, we were talking about like who was it that did it, and we're like putting all the clues together. So find a show that you enjoy. Shows that I've loved in the past. Outlander, love Outlander, and I'm not current with it. I need to get back to it. Outlander was a good one. Why can't I think of shows? I love shows. I don't know. Maybe I'll like put a text here. I'm gonna think back. So look here, and I will list the shows that I've enjoyed over time. A third thing that I love to do is play games, different kind of games. I love puzzles. I should put this on my Christmas list. I need that like mat, the puzzle mat where you like can make your puzzle and then roll it away, because I would have a puzzle on my dining room table at all times, but I have a 2-year-old who also would come and take the pieces away, and then they'd drop them, and then the dog would eat them, and then I'd have missing puzzle pieces, and it just wouldn't be a good look. If I could though, I would have a puzzle at all times, because it just like relaxes my brain, right? I feel like that's not what it's supposed to do, because we're like looking for the pieces, but it's just so peaceful to me to like sit there and find the pieces and put them where they belong. So I love puzzles, but I love board games as well. We do try to play board games a couple of times a week. Recent ones that we've liked are Exploding Kittens. That's been really fun. We played Sleeping Queens a couple of days ago. My husband and my son and my father-in-law played Risk a few days ago as well. We love Sequence for kids. We love, what else? All the games. We love games in this house. And so whether I'm playing with my kids or doing a puzzle on my own or playing with my husband, games can really just, again, get me to focus on the here and now and leave business behind. Other kinds of games though, video games. When I was pregnant with my 3rd, I actually went out and bought myself a Nintendo Switch and downloaded or bought the game Animal Crossing. And it was so much fun, and it was just so like relaxing. I would just sit there and build my little island, and I haven't picked that up. I'm not even gonna tell you how long it's been. My son makes fun of me. He's like, Mom, you went out and bought this and you played it while you're pregnant, and then what? But I just have to I have to find the time again. It's one of those things like when you're in it, you're playing and you can't stop. But then when you stop, like I had my baby, so the Nintendo Switch was at home, and then I had a baby. So I put it down and I haven't picked it back up yet, but I've been like meaning to pick it up. But I know once I pick it up, I will start playing it. So games is a good one too. And another way that I love is the beach, right? Which is why we live on the beach. So I like to just walk to the beach. Whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated, my husband will literally say, go walk to the beach. Just go sit down, take your towel, go in, like go for a quick swim. sometimes I'm a little nervous because like I don't like going into the water by myself. I can't be the only one who's like this. Like I'll go in, but like I won't go too far in, but I'll go in. But even just getting down there and just like listening to the waves, looking out at like the vast ocean, it just helps me to put my thoughts back in order. And even if I am thinking about business, it's thinking about it in a very like neutral location, a very peaceful location where I'm able to think slow and like think things through. So I love just decompressing down at the beach. And if you don't have the beach near you, just find your happy place. Like, what is your happy place? Go there and unwind. Something that I recently did was I went and got my nails done. I have not gotten my nails done at all, like just painted or anything, probably for 6 years, because my middle child is 6, and I think probably the last time I went, he was either like recently born or before he was born. And to get like tips, probably 15 years minimum, at least. And I went and got my nails done, and the lady tried to like convince me not to get them with the tips, and I was like, no, I think I want to try this. I want to try something new, and it's been a long time, and I absolutely love them, so I'm happy I did it. Finding me time, right? So I got my nails done, and then I went shopping for my husband's birthday, and I went to Starbucks and I sipped on my tea all by myself. I found time, I escaped, I pushed pause on life, on homeschool, on my children, on my business, and I went and just had wonderful alone time for a good 3 hours, and it was lovely. So whatever your thing is, right? Whether it's reading, whether it's playing games, whether it's watching a show, whether it's going to the spa, going to the beach, taking a bath. Oh my gosh, I love taking baths. I do not take enough baths. I need to like, again, try and incorporate more of those, whether it's taking care of your skin, whatever it is. I want for you to know that taking that time, that intentional time of decompressing, unwinding, recharging, resting could be the thing that's standing between you and your most amazing month. Again, I went away for 3 weeks. I wasn't like totally disconnected. I was still showing up, but I was showing up in a very fun way, a very laid back way. I was sharing about my trip, and I was making the connection between my trip and what I've been able to build and create, and how I can help other moms build and create the same thing. But I was able to do that from a very like unattached place where I'm like, I'm not trying to create results right now. I understand that I'm away on vacation. And instead it had the opposite effect, right? Because I was just showing up as me, because I was in this restful state, because I was in this happy and fun and family togetherness sort of place, it worked, right? So I want to encourage you to rest, to break free, to not work 24/7. And if the idea of doing that is daunting to you and you're like, but what's gonna happen to my business? Then you need to look at the way you're running your business, right? Do you have a business that is working for you when you're not working, so that you can disconnect and not feel like my business is at a standstill because I went shopping to Target and got my nails done and nothing was happening, right? Making sure that you have systems in place, making sure that you're using a marketing plan that's working for you when you're not working, making sure that you have a funnel that is funneling new people into your network. All of those things are gonna make it a lot easier for you to disconnect and for you to come and just rest and then take action from a restful state instead of an overworked, overstimulated, and overwhelmed place. So think about how you can incorporate more rest into your day-to-day, into your week-to-week, into your business, just generally, because I promise you that it is going to pay off in more ways than one, and in just the amount that you're gonna get in as a return is gonna be more than you ever expected. Okay, mamas, that's what I have for you this week. I hope that you take this message of rest and you start to work it into your week, right? Take baby steps. You don't have to just like unwind and decompress every single day, and that's probably not gonna be good for like the regulation of your nervous system, especially if you're feeling like there's a lot of pressure on you to show up to get the results that you need to sustain your family. So definitely do it in those bite-sized chunks and see the return you're getting so that it'll encourage you to do more. If this video was helpful, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and become a part of this amazing community that I'm trying to build here on YouTube. I have new videos coming out every Monday and Wednesday, so turn on your notifications so you don't miss them. Tell all of your mama friends, especially your mama business friends, your homeschooling mama business friends, about this channel, because I'm here to serve you. I will link the latest video right here for you to check out. And then I will see you in the next video, mama.